When I was a student at Parsons in the mid-70s, I learned that with a phone call to Mrs. Gropius, I could be invited over to see the house designed by her husband, Walter Gropius, one of the founders of the Bauhaus. So when I was home in Boston one weekend, I called Mrs. Gropius and was invited to tea the next day. Mrs. Gropius was still living in the house, although Mr. Gropius had passed away in 1969. They built the house in 1937 after they had to leave Germany, and Gropius was offered a professorship at the Harvard Graduate School of Design. The land was given to them by Helen Starrow, a local patron of the arts. In a landscape very similar to Garrison, the house is situated on the brow of a low hill to take advantage of the south-facing light and views, while the north facade you see to the right is fairly closed. The driveway features a nice bit of German engineering. The glass block entry glows at night, forming a striking composition with the spiral stair. The sculpture was given to the Gropiuses and is by Richard Filikowski and is entitled White Pine. It is hard to imagine that the house was designed and built over 75 years ago. The spiral stair leads to a roof deck off their teenage daughter's bedroom. After consulting his daughter what she would like in the new house, she asked to have direct access to the outside from her bedroom, a request I'm not sure many parents would grant today. The service entrance view also shows the screen porch, which extends perpendicular from the house to catch the summer breezes. Situated this way, it takes advantage of the views on three sides, and it also does not darken any principal rooms of the house. Here you see the rear of the house with the projecting roof calculated to block the summer sun, with openings for natural convection for increased air circulation in the summer. To the right is the projecting porch. A nice touch is the outdoor shower. On the deck above, the wall is painted what was known as Bauhaus pink, the color favored by the Bauhaus for the display of art. Also note the simple pipe railings and the exterior mounted window blinds common in Europe. The rear facade shows the screen porch and the large plate glass windows, revolutionary at the time. The large expanses of glass allowed the maximum amount of light into the house. You can also see the interior glass block wall for transmission of daylight within the house. In the foyer, the glass block wall and chrome-plated steel banisters are examples of Gropius wanting to have all of the fittings of the house be readily available products. Some were commercial and others designed for residential use. He very much wanted the house to exemplify what was easily available in modern design, a sort of working laboratory where people could see what could be done with off-the-rack components. In fact, the stair railing is the only thing in the house that was custom-made. It is one continuous piece of steel. All of the rooms radiate off this double-height space. The cork tile on the floor helps acoustically and is still available today. I especially like the books and watering can on the steps at the ready for the next trip upstairs. This is the initial view upon entering the main open living dining space. While the photo is dark, with its comfortable furniture, books, and plants, I think it really conveys the warm and inviting atmosphere of the interior of the house. The Gropiuses included a fireplace as they both enjoyed sitting before an open fire. Above it is a painting on plexiglass by Laszlo Moholy-Nagy, a professor at the Bauhaus. The chrome strip in the ceiling conceals lighting to wash the fireplace wall with light. After giving me a tour of the house, Mrs. Gropius allowed me to take these photographs. after which she served me tea in a black papier-mâché teapot at the dining room table. At night, the table is lit by a single recessed downlight designed to frame the circumference of the table precisely. Here you see the interior glass block wall between the dining area and the study. Note the built-in buffet and the painting also by Moholy-Nagy. I especially like the toaster at the ready for morning meals. Another shot of the living dining area. Unfortunately, I could not photograph the view to the south, as Mrs. Gropius was ensconced in her favorite chair, and she refused my request for a photograph. Most of the furniture in the house was designed by Marcel Breuer and made in the Bauhaus workshop in Dessau. The upstairs landing features the same vertically mounted clapboard siding used on the lower level. The siding is one of Gropius's subtle nods to the local architectural vernacular used throughout the house. The sinuous stair railing continues from below with a view into the guest room. The left view shows the dressing room with its plate glass window looking into the master bedroom. It was also separated by a door, as the Gropiuses preferred to sleep in the cool winter air from an open window. This allowed them to dress in the warm adjacent dressing room. The desk was designed by Gropius and made at the Bauhaus in 1922. The chair, designed by Breuer in 1928, was intended for mass production. As the chair became ubiquitous, I think that both Gropius and Breuer were successful in the prescience of their vision of good modern design for everyone. Thank you.